Everybody, welcome to Facebook number 69. I got Will here with me. He's going to help read the questions. I was just thinking today about, you guys calling up or typing in and with the questions and things like that. You should call up and book a reading with me. Reason? We can save you money. We can save you stress. We can save relationship difficulties because a lot of times we can get it and we love these hearts.
Yeah.
A lot of times we can get to it before things really have a tendency to happen. You have to stop shaping this paper because it's driving me crazy there, buddy. Okay, so we love the hearts. We're waiting for a little bit more where people will get joining us. And please don't forget, we've got to get the YouTube thing. We're almost there. I don't know exactly the number. Do you have any idea what your number is? Can you get on your phone and check it out real quick? But we got to get to 1,000 where we can do live questions and answers and things like that. We're going to do some recording stuff ahead of time so that we can see how it is to get people on, the Skype and load them up and then have them ask questions and me answer and then go to the next one and so on and so forth.
Oh, so you're really close.
How close are we?
You have 934.
We have 934. So, of course, our goal is to bust that 1,000 mark. So
then, I don't know if you think it's
over here this way.
It's backwards.
Yeah.
It's Chris Dufresne.
Chris Dufresne, that's CHRIS. Dufresne, DUFRESNE. There's no hyphen.
So
the number goes straight.
You only need like
straight across.
66 more.
Yeah, we want to get to 1,000. That's our goal. And you can, I believe, in the comment section down below or somehow go to sylviabrowne.com and you can put your name in a list to see if you can go on with me on YouTube and ask me some questions and I answer them for you.
Okay, if you guys want, you could shoot some of your questions in the feed here, and then I'll pick some out while we go through. But to start off, we got Annette Coleman. Chris, I have a lot of your mom's books. I want to know if my home-based business will be successful. It is more important to enhance people's lives for me.
I couldn't agree with you more, and I do believe that it will be successful. You're not a big person that's just money on money, but it does make life sometimes easier, of course. So I do believe that you'll do well with this. I think it's going to take to the beginning of summer of next year to really get his feet on and really get running down the road. So hang in there, keep it up. I think your message is strong and good. And by the way, my mom has 67 books out there. So you guys don't have them, come get them.
Sherry Patterson, thank you, Chris. You are such a beautiful soul. My sister passed away at 10 a.m. today, and I lost my mom 7 years ago, and 2 nephews a few months apart, and another sister in 1998. Never knew my father. He was killed when I was 8 years old. Is there anyone who has a message for me? Thank you very much for taking your time out of the day to help me.
I'm very sorry about your loss. I know it is to lose loved ones. And all of us, it just makes it sometimes a little bit difficult being here, but it does become a lot brighter with time. And know this, if there's something I can assure all of you folks is that there is a heaven. If there's any hell whatsoever, trust me, we're doing it here, in my opinion, that is. And we do get to see our loved ones again. We'll miss the body and, the things like this, but I don't think that she's ever really left you. I think she's gone home, she's checked in, and she's around you even now as we speak. So, and I think she'll continue to be around you for the next couple of weeks. And I think you'll get all sorts of signs. I think you'll get lights that will flicker. I think you'll smell different types of perfume. I think you'll find dimes in weird, crazy places. So I think she's going to be very, very much on it and letting you know that she's around. So I don't think she's more than any yelling distance would be. But know this, she's not suffering, she's not in any pain, and she's happy. And if nothing else, dear, my mom will take care of her.
Holly Rose, my parents passed away within a year of each other. I just wanted to know how they're doing or if they have any messages for me.
Well, I don't think either one were in their last life, so that's not a bad thing. It just means things are busy. I think one's an orientation. That would be dad getting prepared to go into a life. I think mom's already down doing it. So this happens to be your last life, so you don't have to go through anything like that. Actually, you have some choices. You could choose to live more lives. You could choose to be a spirit guide to someone because you're only elected to do that when you're in your last life. Or you could just simply stay over in heaven when the time comes. So you have those choices, but keep this in mind. You guys honestly have to keep this in mind. You take 99 years or 90 years of our lifetime and say, what would that be equivalent to heaven time? Well, 90 years to our lifetime is about 48 hours. So take my mother Sylvia for a minute here. I'm 53. Let's say I make it at 75 just to pick the round number. That's 22 more years of life. It's not because my mother's psychic Sylvia Browne, but because we have a blueprint and we have a chart. So my mom's probably waiting for me about an hour and a half. So Sylvia may want more than an hour and a half away from me, for God's sakes. They can't worry. They can't get upset. They can't get mad. They can't get irritated. They don't deal with depression or anxiety. They don't deal with any of that stuff. We deal with all that here in this lifetime. That's why we're here to perfect, and that's why I believe we have that survival mechanism in us. Because imagine it, if every one of us knew exactly what heaven was like, you think any of us would be sticking around here? People say, sorry, life's too tough, gotta go, goodbye. And that's not good, because there has to be a purpose here where we can learn and go through things to evolve and to take back what we learned. So this is our boot camp. And I know a lot of you know that already, but and for the people that are just joining up with us, love to have you, love to see you. Please subscribe and like and give us the hearts. We want a lot of love today.
Right
We're
here.
giving you a lot. What?
Lori.
Someone's loving us?
Lori Dammons. Is her mom around her?
I would say mainly early morning around 3 o'clock. Don't know why that is the time, but that's the time. So see how often you wake up from a dead sleep, say hello to mom at that time.
And she gave you a heart too. So.
Oh, thanks. We love you too. We love doing this. I love that my boys are my big boy.
Thought I'd help out. Christy Gerald, Lynn Gerald. My husband just moved on. I don't make enough to support my children and keep our home yet. Will everything work out? Will we get to stay here, or am I going to lose everything along with him?
You're not going to lose everything, but your choice is going to be to move out of where you're at so that your living is not as expensive as it is, and you'll be able to get another house in time, about 3 years. So it will be okay. It'll just be a little bit of a roller coaster, which will be fine, but you'll make it back. So that's a good thing.
Dottie McDermott, sorry. Hi, Chris. First of all, I loved your mom so much, seen her a few times. I haven't been feeling well lately, just wondering about my health. I haven't really been out much in 2 years, wondering if it's depression.
Oh, it's every bit of depression, anxiety, and panic attacks because it's hereditary in your family. So if you could just calm yourself down and get out and activate. Just go to church, go start at the gym, go for a walk, go to the Salvation Army and put things in packets. I mean, just get out to meet people. You'll start meeting new friends, and things will really start picking up in your life because you're such a kind, loving soul. People attach themselves to you right away. So that's good. Look at all the hearts.
No, Frank Bass. The last couple of months have been very difficult. Will I ever get ahead?
Well, I know you're talking about the money situation, the finances, and to get ahead, that means that you're not living from paycheck to paycheck and you've got some savings in the bank, and that's going to take 1 year to do. Now, 1 year in comparison to how long you've been doing it, very short time. Hang in there, buddy. I know you've got the oomph to do it. I know you have the stamina to do it. And that's what I was talking about before about readings. Someone in that type of situation that could be spending money over here or over there, there's so much where, in a psychic sense, we can be helpful to you because it's like hindsight. So you don't want to invest your money where you're going to lose it. You want to invest it where it's going to make you money more and make you more money. So follow your own gut instinct. Remember, all of us have an inner sense of a psychic ability. It's just being able to tap into it.
Okay, Lisa Minor, what career will be best for my daughter, Ricky, to focus on? She is at a fork in the road and cannot decide.
Well, I think she can go all the way from studying books and religions and languages to the point of behind the scenes of theatrical and dressing things up and putting things up. She's very, very good with the use and utilization of space and very, very good visualizing things even before they're done. I think she'll even find different landmarks as opposed to reading a street sign just as a landmark, just as it comes to her easier and quicker. So I would have her look in these areas. She's going to say, what did that psychic just tell me? But you got to try it before you stereotype it, because it's an area that you're naturally good at. And when you're naturally good at it, it's a lot easier to like it.
Shelly Simpson, My son is going through some hard times. He is 10 years old and has already had to have um, psychiable, psychiable,
With my eyes, psyche valve.
psyche valve more than once in his
I
young
got
life.
it. I got it.
Okay.
There's a significant chemical imbalance here. There's no doubt about it. So the psychiatrist should take a look, see, and be able to diagnose him. But I think he's a light entity and a kind soul, and I think he's got a good heart, and I think he means very, very well. Besides that, I think he's very intelligent in life. There's some people that you could be textbook savvy, and some people that you put them a book or a test and they just get the anxiety ridden. I have one of my friends that's about 67 and he's got a couple PhDs, still lives with his mom and dad, but if you were to take him out to lunch, you can't open up a car door. But you play Jeopardy with him and they'll just okay. So your boy will be okay because he's very street smart, is my point.
Okay, Susan, Susan Vecchiresi. Hi, Chris. My daughter killed her dad. Did she do it alone? Please help me.
Yeah, I believe so, but I think it was just rage, just unbelievable rage. I'm terribly, terribly sorry. Terribly sorry.
Valerie Wedler. Hi, Chris. I love your work. I just wondering if you see my parents around me.
I think Dad's around you all the time. I think Dad wants you to be happy. I think your dad knows how much you worry. Of course, I, as a psychic, know that you're worry wart. So knock off the worrying, busy up your mind. If the worry comes back in, busy up your mind till you push it back out of your mind. Your mind is your general. Your general is the one that tells everything what to do. Come on. You're strong. You're very, very strong. And we all fall down, even myself included. It just matters how quickly we pick ourselves back up.
And then Aaron Stringer, when will I be ready for a new relationship?
Now, today. There's no waiting with you. Give me a break. Are you trying to joke with a psychic here? I mean, you won yesterday. Come on. Get out. You'll meet somebody this following weekend. Will you give me a break? You got nothing to worry about.
Don Smith, my father-in-law got mad at me for helping him with his finances. That is what he asked me to do. He is not acting like himself. We had gotten close, but now I feel either something is wrong with him medically or he never meant anything for me to help him. Please give me insight.
He's just really having a pissy fit because he knows that you're right and he doesn't like being clamped down in certain areas that he's being clamped down in. And I think we all go through that at some point in time in our life, and we just have to, cowboy up, as they say, and just bite the bullet. And I think he respects you, even though he's pissed at you right now because you're laying it out and playing English and playing numbers. Numbers really, they don't lie. So you just have to realize he does love you and that he's just throwing a fit and he'll get over it. And that's the God's truth because he does really love you. That's really so.
Who is Diane Mitchell Jackie's? My husband says he had a dream he passes away at 73. Will he?
No, he's not going to pass away at 73. I think what the dream is trying to tell him is that he's having, or going to have, rather, a new beginning. So sometimes dying, a life can die and a new life begins. It doesn't mean technically that you're dying all the time. That's what happens when you have dreams. It can go so many different directions. And that's why I talk with my clients about if they get any information while they're awake, what you see is kind of what you get. So let's show them how my finger turned out, if they can see that. See that finger right here?
There's a bat.
Looks like a baseball bat. I don't want to pull my fingers back because it happens to be the birdie finger. They'll think I'm flipping. So anyway, if you can see that finger. And let me know in the comment section below. Do you like all the...
I think the scruff looks good.
He made me keep it. I was going to shave it. I'm going to shave it all off next time. Or maybe I'll go out one more time for you guys. And then I'll shave it all off. But
show them the back.
I'm not showing the back of nothing.
Like rim hair.
Rim? Like ring around the collar hair?
Yeah.
Okay, let's show you.
It's bad.
That's it? The next, let me stop for a second. The next time we go on, it's going to be a little different. It's going to be ask Chris questions, but you're not going to be asking questions for yourselves. You're going to be asking questions about me. Like, for instance, what my favorite color is, or what I like to do, or what my hobbies are, or what makes me happy, what makes me pissed, what makes me sad. Whatever questions,
Do I get asked?
you know what? Did any of you have a boy that's 21 years old? That's bigger than you are?
I want to
That you want to take it back to him sometimes? You don't get to ask questions. Well,
I'll just read them.
you get them no, you won't read them either because some of those questions are going to have to be narrated.
It's funny. Okay, let's do another one.
Okay.
Cindy Adkins, when will our daughter be able to find her soulmate?
Kinder soul, that won't be for about 7 years. That's a long time.
Okay.
But at least the soulmate's here. And I do believe there'll be a steady boyfriend coming in about a year. Just means he's not going to make it all the way through. And if she'll get out of that relationship, get into another relationship, and be long-term and permanent, which is good.
Ruth Bradford, will my house close next month?
Yes, it will. By the skin of the teeth. But hey, closing's closing. And I can't tell you, I've been there too. It's just so much anxiety with that and aggravation with that. But once it's done, you're like, oh, thank you. And you don't have to go through it again. So that's a great thing.
They want to know if I'm going to be here next Sunday.
Heck no!
I gotta see if I get work off. I want to watch it. Kenny Goss, should I look for a new job because the one I have
You
is
hate
really
your job. You hate your job. You hate your job. You hate your job. And yes, you need to find a new job because they're holding you back. And I do believe that you can find one before the end of November. Sorry, I just knew the rest of it. And I think this is going to be the best thing for you. It pushes you to get out there to do it because you're so smart and you're so animated with everything. So I think this is a great thing. I'd go as far as even quitting. I mean, you're just miserable there. You're really miserable there.
Sandy Gerring. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Will my ex stop stalking me soon?
Well, you need to call the police, okay? And that's their job. They're here to help us and protect us. That's what they sign up to do. That's what they love to do. So make a report, get a restraining order, go through all the proper, channels you got to go through, and don't go anywhere alone, and don't go anywhere at night alone. And security is in the power of numbers. So you want to take a camera with you and phones with you and people with you, and just he'll get the hint. If you put enough heat in this with the police, he'll leave you alone. But go to the police and go to the now.
Sorry. Shannon Suter, thank you for sharing your wonderful gift with us. I loved your mother, and sad she had passed away. The world lost a beautiful light. Could you please tell me the names of my spirit guides?
Well, you only have one, and I believe that her name is Maureen, and she's been with you pretty much since day one. So that is your primary guide. A lot of times we can get confused because we can have a lot of guides jump into our life, but it's like a builder. The builder doesn't build, the whole house. He'll have subcontractors to like a bathroom or a hallway or the foyer. And the subcontractors, just like your primary guide will have the other guides in and help out in these certain areas, and then they're off going and doing their own thing again. So you have one primary guide by the name of Maureen. Relax your mind. Don't jump the gun on the analyzing, and you'll get more in contact. And then you can get a lot of information yourself. And that's something, when you talk with a psychic, that they can help you figure out where's the block, what hurdle you need to jump in order to get in touch with your own guide. Because getting in touch with your own guide, think about it. If you're up at 2 o'clock in the morning and worried about something, you can't call a psychic organization, expect somebody to answer the phone and pick up and do it right then and there. And most of us get bothered when we can't take care of something, we want something resolved. So the sooner is the better. If you can get a hold of your guide 24/7, ask them a question, 10 seconds later, problem solved, that seems to be a good remedy to me. So a lot of times you need help getting that connection.
It was cool. We just answered her question, and she said thank you.
Oh, I can't see that, but you're welcome. And how do you like the scruff?
That's the first time I've seen that.
Hey, where's your beard at, by the way?
I shave it because it's only 3 hairs.
Just like the top of my head.
Yeah.
I got tired of trying to save my 11 hairs.
You
figure I got the ring around the collar look, which I kind of have right now, or you got that sausage thing where people do this, and when they go in the sun, it goes, or go in the wind, it goes whoop.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Just can't do that. Or you get them plugged in, it looks a little bit like Some people have done it right where it gets plugged in and it looks very good. You have to get with some of that's got artistic design ability because some of it looks real.
You get like tattooed on.
What?
I don't know. How would
Maybe.
you plug it in?
Tattoo my head?
Yeah,
The whole head?
little dot.
The whole. I don't think. You don't have a tattoo, do you?
No,
I don't either.
no.
I was going to do it at one time, and then I felt like when I got older, it'd be like one big blob.
Yeah, like Rudy's.
He watches this.
Yeah, but he'll say it himself that he got a tattoo when he was like 15, and it just looks like a blob, just green.
Green.
Yeah. He's like, it's supposed to be a dagger through art. Almost like it looks like a piece of Play-Doh.
Oh, that'll keep me from it. But maybe my skin has stretched so much over the years that I could just. Well, I wouldn't do it in my face, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Joe Carpenter. Hi, Chris. I saw your mom in Detroit many years ago. I miss her. I keep seeing multiple numbers on the clock, such as 111, 1111, 333.
That's just like a deja vu. That's letting you know you're at the right place at the right time. In fact, I always do one of two things. If I see like 222 or 555, always say hello to my mother and always mark it down mentally in my head that at that point in time, I'm at the right place at the right time, which means you know you're on track, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Okay. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in with us. We're trying to get the YouTube up.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to thank you, Will. We're going to cut it a little bit short. He's got to get to work. So, but I want to thank you for putting your time in. Maybe we go have an ice cream before you go.
Yeah, we'll go eat ice cream.
Okay. We love you guys. And next week you get to ask me anything about my life. How about that?
Yeah. And subscribe to the YouTube, Chris Dufresne.
Keep it PG or PG.
Yeah. All right. Love you guys.
Love
Have
you
a
guys.
great day.
Bye-bye.